Well, how about this? Skip Spurs are on fire right now. They beat the Warriors last night, 111-105 for their 9th straight win. DeMar DeRozan led the way with 26 points. After the game, Steve Kerr said the Spurs out-executed and out-coached them. So, Skip, how dangerous are the Spurs in the West?
Say it again, Jenny. On fire! We are on fire!
They are.
Would you believe as recently as February 6th, my Spurs went up to Golden State and lost by 39 points? And look at us now. Go, Spurs, go!
Okay.
That guy, that number 2 up in Toronto.
You know his name.
Good riddance to him. Okay. We don't need him. We are better off with DeMar DeRozan.
Really?
He's turned into one of the clutchest closers in pro basketball. I'll take DeMar in the fourth quarter over that guy in L.A. What's his name?
Don't do that, Skip.
LeBron.
Skip, don't do that.
The faux goat.
You remember what happened to him? Swept.
No.
You remember when he was swept in Toronto twice?
You know what? I'll take DeMar DeRozan and Jakob Poeltl over that number 2 up in Toronto, because those are the 2 players we got back in the trade for him. And you remember what happened last year? Number 2 quit on the San Antonio Spurs and forced his way out of San Antonio up to Toronto. And what happened again last night? How sweet it was last night. Because what was going on with the Toronto Raptors last night? Kyle Lowry's got 2 ankle sprains. Both ankles are having problems right now. And what happened? Number 2, once again, opted not to play for Toronto.
That was a team decision.
Oh, team decision. So wait a second. So he's now missed 20 games? That's impossible. He's missed 20 of their 71 games. That's more than a quarter of the season. That's 28% of the season that number 2 has chosen not to play for Toronto. So he the North, but he chooses not to play.
Skip.
Love that.
Skip. Is load management.
Load management. So, what did we see? What a sweet night it was in San Antonio last night.
Watch, yeah.
That's 11 in a row at home. That's 9 straight overall wins. And that was the DeMar DeRozan show in the fourth quarter, because here came Golden State. And they tried. They made a run that would just level most basketball teams, even at home. And they made 4 threes, did Golden State in the fourth quarter. And what happened? Can we see the DeRozan shots that he hit? Did you see this one? Whoa, that's another one. But he made 2 shots on Klay Thompson.
He gave Klay the business last night.
Here we go.
He gave Klay the business last night.
Watch this a little. He doesn't have a step back. He's got a step right. That's what he does. Step right. That was right in Klay's grill. Big 2. That stopped a rally. And then, here we go again. That's the same shot. And then he's got one on the baseline where he wheels and deals on Klay. Yeah. This is a huge shot, because this is only a 4-point game at this point. Boom. And I must admit, I never loved DeMar DeRozan, but now I'm in love with him, because he is taken over fourth quarter after fourth quarter in their 9-game streak. He and DeMarcus, the other guy?
No, LaMarcus.
Yeah. They're both
unbelievable.
They're both number 1 in fourth quarter clutch points over this stretch.
That mid-range game by LaMarcus.
So what do I think? How dangerous are my Spurs? They can now beat any team in the West in a playoff series except Golden State, but I do give them a shot against Golden State, because that was a big win last night. And by the way, Derrick White, R.C. Buford just does it again and again. He picked Derrick White with the 29th overall pick. He's turned into a star. I got to tell you, he did a number on Steph Curry last night.
He aggravated.
Steph Curry shot 18 threes last night, which is the 6th most of his career. 20 is the most he's ever shot in a game.
Yeah.
See what he had? 6 of 18. That'll work.
That 9 of 25.
Okay, 9 of 25. And that had a whole lot to do with Derrick White. And again, can anybody stop Steph? No, nobody can stop him. But at least Derrick White can bother him, which gives you a chance against Golden State. So I'm loving this team. I'm loving the chemistry. I'm loving the fact that they have now vaulted over the 9-game streak to number 1 in points allowed. So they're back to playing defense. The whole year, Mr. Sharp, they have led the NBA in 3-point percentage shooting. And the whole year, they have led the NBA in free throw shooting. Will those 2 things work? Yes,
work.
They will. Thank you very much. Very dangerous, Jenny. Thank you very much for asking.
Not at all.
Very dangerous.
Could they win Could they win a first-round matchup? Yeah. If they get Portland, sure, they could beat Portland. They could probably beat OKC.
Yeah, they could probably beat Houston.
Get out.
Yeah.
If it wasn't your show, I would ask you to leave.
Hey.
But you ruined every conversation.
Put Derrick White on that MVP, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Seriously.
Do I need to get you tested?
Nope. I'm just telling you. This team can defend.
I think you partake.
Listen, this team has always done very well on James Harden, done very well. They know how to play James Harden in playoff games.
Okay, let me try this again. Jenny, they're not that dangerous at all. Could they win a first-round matchup? Sure. The playoffs are all about matchups, who you get, when you get them. Could they beat, let's just say for the sake of argument, could they beat Portland? Sure, they could probably beat Portland.
Keep going.
Maybe Utah.
Keep going. Clippers?
OKC, the Clippers. Yeah, you get a matchup like that. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Houston?
But
sure.
Where does it end?
Yeah.
Why you keep doing that?
Denver? Yes.
No.
They just beat Denver.
Okay, Skip, that's one game. Okay, they beat Golden State one time, and now you think they can take 3 more games off them.
Maybe.
No, maybe. Stop it. I'm going to give Pop credit to do what he's done with this team. You lose Kawhi, who was a top 5 player when healthy, and to replace him with DeMar DeRozan, and to have this team playing as well as he does, it's unbelievable. He should get more consideration for Coach of the Year. He's not, because he's Greg Popovich. This is what you expect of him. Yada, 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 I get it. But he's done an unbelievable job. I will give DeMar DeRozan some credit. I did not see that. Well, let me take that back. He's been an all-star, so clearly he can play. But I haven't seen him play like this come playoff time when they need him to play like this.
In Toronto, you're right. San Antonio, different story.
He's played unbelievable. Derrick White, as you mentioned, because you were counting on Murray. Murray gets hurt early, and White
Can you imagine if they had DeJounte Murray and Derrick White in their backcourt?
Well, you wouldn't know.
You know, Clay and Steph would be like, uh-oh, can we score? I'm serious. They can defend like crazy. This will be the best defensive backcourt in the league next year.
How about this, Skip? I'm going to give you this. They can win a first-round series as long as the series is not Houston, not Golden State, not the Nuggets. I believe they can beat any of the other 5 or 4 teams that make it. I believe they can beat them in a series. They can't beat those 3 teams. Now, if you expect Clay to shoot 5 of 18, if you expect Steph to shoot 9 of 25, and KD had a quiet ho-hum, uneventful 24.
That's what happens when you're the best player in basketball. You score a quiet 24, right?
No, the best player in basketball had 33, 8. We're not talking about that.
You almost stuck your finger out.
I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he got blocked, full hand blocked by Hazonia. Go ahead.
The thing that makes Golden State, no team in the history of the game has ever had their third option be able to go get you 60. Now, we've seen third options be able to go get you 40. Get you 60, the third option can go get you 60. I'm not counting on Steph Curry going 9 of 25 very often. I'm not counting on KD only getting up 19 shots. KD didn't shoot. In the fourth quarter, KD did not shoot. He had 3 shots. They got the rebound, kick it back to him, he missed it again. Got the rebound, kick it back to him, he missed it again. He missed like 3 consecutive shots. Do you expect Kevin Durant to do that very often? I do not. Now, you keep asking for trouble, see? See, you the type guy, you like to borrow trouble. Trouble ain't bothering you, but you will borrow it anyway.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to talk up on a butt whipping.
When I borrow it, it ain't trouble anymore.
Yeah, oh, yes, it will. You're going to talk up on a butt cutting.
Yeah.
Now, you mess around and grab Golden State and come playoff time when they're going to be amped up, knowing that there's a good chance KD's not coming back. They want to go out with a bang, and they're going to put futsal in you. So leave that alone. Hope you get Portland. Hope you get OKC or the Clippers or the Jazz. But leave them alone.
I've told you all year, Golden State's a troubled basketball team, and it started with that flashpoint on the bench against the Clippers.
You will be in trouble.
When Draymond and KD went at it.
Okay.
Right? And they never quite recovered from that, to me. And they showed you the last 2 games, the previous 2 games, at Houston, at Oklahoma City. No KD, we're going to show you what we can be without him, because he's got, quote-unquote, 1 foot out the door.
Well, you're about to see what you're going to do without him for 82 games come next year.
All right. Well, that's what they're saying. Watch us now. Last night, DeMarcus Cousins did not play, had some ankle issue, got it MRI'd. It seems like it's okay. Can they still blend him in? They went and got Bogut, which I thought was a huge, great pickup for them, because he can still rim protect like crazy, and he was good last night.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think they got Bogut, Skip, in case Boogie gets in trouble.
Yep.
Now you got somebody to battle Capella. Now you got somebody that can battle Nene, battle for Reed.
You got a defender.
Yeah,
you got a guy who doesn't care about scoring.
Right.
You don't have to go through him to score baskets.
And that's 6 fouls.
Okay.
So he's not an offensive threat, but you got somebody that can protect the paint, protect the rim. But are you counting on Steph and Clay going 14 or 43 4 times in the series?
No, but a couple of times, and all of a sudden it's a game. Am I going to count on my team? They didn't shoot the ball very well either. They made 10 threes, 10 out of 26. That's 39%, but usually they make more than that.
How many, let's say in the last 5 minutes of a tough game, if they were to meet this team in the playoffs, do you think DeRozan's going to go 4 out of 5 in contested shots like he did last night?
Every game. He's been doing it all year long. So is Derrick White. Derrick White is hugely clutch. And you know what? LaMarcus has turned clutch.
LaMarcus is good, but we'll see come playoff time. Because you remember he had that big monster game early. That one time he dropped 40 in the first game, and then he disappeared. The biggest magician in the world. I thought it was Copperfield. Didn't see him again.
You know who has led the whole NBA in three-point shooting much of the year? He's now just a tick into second place.
Bertans.
Davis Bertans. Guess how the Spurs acquired him? R.C. Buford managed to get for number 2. Remember they acquired number 2.
Whatever, Skip.
They got number 2 and Davis Bertans for George Hill, the immortal George Hill, to whom LeBron passed the basketball.
He in Milwaukee now.
Huh?
He in Milwaukee playing very little because they don't want him to mess up their chemistry.
Okay, so you lost number 2, but you got back, obviously, you got that guy.
Yeah,
you
Kawhi?
Yeah, huh? That guy.
You know his name.
Yeah.
You know his name.
But my point is, you still have DeRozan and Pirtle, and you have Davis. Those are all part of that.
First of all, stop talking about Pirtle. Jakob Pirtle is not enough.
He is so good that they allowed Pau Gasol just to go on up to Milwaukee. That's how good he is.
Yeah.
You got to watch them. I know you say they're like broccoli, but you got to watch them.
Worse than broccoli.
They were fun to watch last night. Patty Mills, he just comes.